Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. We have just received an unexpected update in the Sephiroth Critical Threat event. Normally we used to receive Crash exactly a week after the event has begun, however it's been only 5 days and the crash has landed. But also, this crash will still take place for another 2 weeks, so you have a lot of time to get your clear on the EX battles, solo crash and the co-op crash. We did the crash immediately after it has begun, and I did the first clear with Cory and Crit, and Crash 1 was surprisingly doable. However, Crash 2, it gets brutal. It is doable, however it gets brutal. You'll need some specific items, specific characters and specific utilities to get through that. However, it is possible. If you would like to get helped, I recommend joining the Painblade server, Discord server. It is a very good community. I am also active there myself. Great people, great, kind and very helpful big players. Cory, Marcus, Crit, there are so many more of them, and those are very good people and they will definitely want to help you. Yesterday I helped Cory to get some players through the Crash 1, however I am not strong enough to get through Crash 2, so Marcus and Cory will be carrying more people through Crash 2 by themselves, and there are also a few more people doing that, and 2 weeks is a lot of time. So if you will have a strong enough character, you can do that. If not, just do a healer and they will be very happy to help you. I did my initial Crash 1 and 2 clears with this Sephiroth. It's really nothing amazing. It's only OB7 Dark Havens with the Dark Harbinger. But also this time you will want to bring at least 2 sigils. It depends on the character, but you'll need those sigils. But also Torn Wing is essential, I would say, because those Octa slashes, they hurt a lot, and here you make the healer's job at least a little bit easier. My Sephiroth was, yes, the Torn Wing, it also lowers your DPS quite a lot because you could get more, especially if you are a strong player. However, my Sephiroth was doing about 11,000 damage per hit, so that was fine. However, you'll need a strong DPS with you to do that. However, if you do not have a big DPS, all you need is a healer. I used Aerith, and you want at least 7,000 HP. If you can get closer to 8,000, that's even better. However, also you want at least 2,000 heal. It could be around that, but the more the better. However, as you can see, my sub-weapons also aren't that great, so I think you could equip the other Pumpkin Blaster. It should also put you around that area. Over, yeah, around 8,000 HP and 2,000 heal or more, and you should be good to go for both crashes. This is Crash 2 from a healer's perspective, so if you'd like to attempt Crash yourself, at least this should give you an idea. As a healer, you want to save your AEB here. You can sit on it. However, this is Heartless Archangel and it targets your whole team, so you'll be able to only heal twice to try to recover. And this is very intense, beginning of the battle, because now Sephiroth will start casting Shadow Flare. So you want to have Cloud or the other character with a magic shield to survive that damage, because Shadow Flare is is relentless. It does a lot of damage. Here we survived mainly because we had that max potency magical defense buff, and now as a healer you just want to recover that HP as much as you can. Your DPS, they will do just damage while we wait for the sigil phase, which should start now. Yes, and in this run we tried to kill those sigils, to break those sigils as fast as we could. You can also allow your Sephiroth, Wind Sephiroth, to do a little bit of wind DPS, so you can prolong that sigil phase as much as you can, but here in this run we just try to break it as fast as possible. But as a healer you have to switch between healing to keep your team alive, and if you can help breaking those sigils. Next, it'll be just the same. As a healer, you will not do anything in this battle other than healing and breaking sigils. Now it's Octa Slash, so that's why you want Sephiroth to have a Torn Wing to cast a defensive shield on himself or the other character that gets targeted. And as a healer, you want to save the ADB to recover health immediately. And always switch to defense when healing. But also, if your heals are not strong enough, then you can always ask your team for everyone to go into defense for those bigger heals. However, this is why you want your full team to have sigils, and it requires coordination. I had the X sigil, Cory as Sephiroth with the circle sigil boost. His job was to take care of the circle sigils, and Marcus, he had the triangle sigil. I didn't use the healing wind here, just in case it is better. Those two DPS are just boosting their damage, or they just want to get rid of that limit break to just keep building the second up. As a healer, I would suggest not to use the healing wind, because if you happen to be in a critical situation, you would rather have that healing wind to save yourself. That's Heartless Angel, so you just want to, again, save your ADB to help to recover. But yes, as I previously mentioned, both Cory and Marcus, they are very big players and very, very good people. So this fight, if you have a bit smaller players, it is a little bit longer and a bit tougher. However, here Sephiroth gets his physical attack boost. It's permanent boost, so his attacks, they start hurting more. So as you see even now, that Octa Slash would have killed our Sephiroth. That's why ideally you want that physical shield on Torn Wing. It's essential. But as a healer, you're back just to keep your team alive, and for Hell's Gate, I would always recommend switching to the defense. Here we didn't do that because I have big shields, big heals and things like that. However, also here, do not switch into defense. I will not heal at all, because here comes the sigil phase. This is the diamond sigil. So we're just waiting, and you have to break those 5 diamonds immediately. It's easy if you save ADB. Here I just used the healing wind. I hoped I would help with the DPS, because if you use 3 limit breaks, then the DPS will get a higher multiplier. However, that's fine. I just used it because that felt like a good situation. And also I am always looking at what my DPS are doing, how their ATB looks like. If my heals were not as strong, I would, every time I would like to heal them, I would ask them to switch into defense. However, here we were just mostly chilling, so I didn't feel like I had to mention anything of that and ask them to switch. But also here, Marcus is being targeted. He had enough health, so I was saving ADB just to help him recover. Sephiroth is pretty much dead, however the fight is not over yet. Because when he's almost dead, like maybe 2 pixels of health, he will give you a small surprise. But here, as you can see, I switched into defense for that health gate, and also very soon we should get, yes, this is another sigil phase, diamond sigil phase, and he gets immune to everything, so you just want to break it, otherwise you will not kill him because he's immune to any damage. And now it's just, yeah, and this is how the battle looks like from a healer's perspective. Your job is mainly to heal, to keep your 2 teammates alive, and just those few times you have to break those sigils. You just need Cura and the Fairy Tail essentially on Aerith. If you use Matt or any other healer, or Cloud as a healer, you can use something else, but it is tough. You don't really have AAB to spend on any other abilities, so that's why it requires setup and team coordination. However, other than that, if you have what is required, it is very easy, and Marcus, Cory, and all the other very good people in Pain server, they will very gladly help you. So thank you very much. I hope it was helpful, and good luck. I see you on the next one.